こんばんは。髪切るところから始めます。何にしよっかな。よしよっと。ひげ伸びちゃったんで、髪も伸びちゃったんで、何がいいかな。一周回ったんですよね。エルフにしとく。はい、さっぱりひげ剃ります。で、なんで脱ぐんですかね。わからねえ。こっちだ。まあということでメインを進めていこうと思うんですが、ちょっとなんかやってるか。これなんだったっけ。今日はちょっとシュークリーム食べながらやりますね。ああ、そこそこ。こっちだっけ。だいぶ治安が変わりましたね。最初の自由な風潮から通行証がないとここ外に出られないような、なんでしょう、鎖国に近いんですかね。 レーチェンのトーテムを見つける。これ途中までやってて途中から進んでないんで。鹿か。確か木こりがどうのこうのっていう。なんだっけ。ハーフブリング、クリーンポッシュという名のハーフブリング、黒のモンスターを求める文言の掲示を出してたから、その人から受けたクエストか。あれ、襲撃のあったところを確か調べて、で今ここか。どこにいる？何が出てくるんですかね。聞くのかな。聞いた。出た。討伐書。どこにいた人だっけな。 ああ、ここか。
Welcome, Master Witcher.
ハローです。
I killed the Leshen that attacked the lumberjacks.
まだメイン進めてませんよ。
I'll have to find some new loggers, but there's no shortage of folk looking for work.
ウィッチャーの依頼をクリアしました。
It's possible, I suppose. I have to find a witcher if it happens.
Aye, yes, yes. Well, you're due a reward. I'm not the kind not to pay for a job well done.
Farewell.
Killing monsters is to be bred to you.
よし。じゃあメイン進めていきますね。セブンキャッツの今日シュークリーム食べながらやってるんで、ちょっとうるさかったらすいません。上か。
Seems everything's ready.
Aye. As soon as we catch sight of them, we'll block the road against the whole unit if need be. And, you know, I think it's a great plan all round, and I'm always glad to help. And it's not like I'm not eager to crack some holier-than-thou bugger's skulls, but seeing as we've got a Doppler, wouldn't it have been easier to have him release Dandelion and be done with it?
Too suspicious. Think about it. Menga disappears, then shows up with a scar on his face to release Dandelion.
I suppose you're right.
Priscilla, what are you doing here?
Some child brought a note from Dudu. The convoy will leave at dawn. May I stay with you? I can't stand it. Sitting at home, worrying about Dandelion.
Never fear, my dear. You'll get your warder back. Just hope he's got his... Damn it! Wonder what's the rhymes in the presence of a lady.
Go back to town.
Please, I shan't be any trouble.
Oh, come on, Geralt. Leave it go. Let her stay. Look at her, all weepy-eyed. Like a mutsy with his guts knotted up.
Fine, she can stay. On one condition.
I know, as soon as the fighting starts, I'm to stand at a distance.
Not much happening just yet. And there may be some time before it does.
Well, how about a game of Gwent?
ね。
Sure, let's play.
じゃあ一回やりますか。 局増えてないよな。トリスとかカードにいるの？わあ。53点。いやー、65って
Have a one again? My goodness. So, another
負け
round.
だ
If you've no more coin, we could play for...
They're coming! They're coming now!
Priscilla, stay here. Dandelion. Damn it.
え
Go after him. Leave these here to us.
Road through here. Shit, lost him. Gotta look for tracks. Prints are deep. Horse was carrying a heavy load.
なんですかね。ああ、養蜂場の辺こう。結構走りましたね。こっちか。
Hoof prints.
No use doing any work in this rain.
追い詰められた詩人どこだ。
Greetings.
これは違う。
Farewell. Anyone ride through here? 2 men. One slung over the saddle like a sack.
Oh, aye, something of the kind dashed by. Turned left there. But 'twere a wench you were carrying, swear it on me head, squealing and wailing so.
小娘。あ、クエストから外れた。これか。
Looks like it might have started limping.
Chop his legs off the knees.
What is it?
You tell me! One of them hunters barged into our hut, turned us out before we could so much as fart in protest.
There another man with him? Tall, dark-haired?
Aye, jabbering the whole time.
Dandelion. So, Hunter's barricaded himself inside? There another way in?
Truth be told, there is.
Where's this other way in?
Aren't you curious? It's an ordinary tunnel, back way out in case of trouble.
地下道
We don't let strangers in there. Show it to them even. And there's...
Shut it.
Want to get rid of this hunter or not?
Honest? We'd see you all gone. But he'll do for a start. Here, the key. Cellar door around the back.
おう
Thanks.
Sit there. There, I said, and shut it.
All right. But what then? How long do you think you've been sitting? Quiet. Don't worry about me. I'll be quiet. But those halflings, you can't trust them, you know. Once I saw one of them. Ouch!
うん。
And how can I be sure that you won't try anything?
I'll go with you. Not like I really have a choice in this, do I?
There'll be no trickery along the way. I could wring your neck like a fat hen.
Yes, but I also realize you won't. My corpse is worth nothing to you, whereas alive, like I said, 100 gold ingots. 100 gold ingots. No more, no less. Or I'm not Julian Alfred Tank Rats Viscount Galeton.
口が達者な人だな。
Come on. Everybody calls you Dandelion.
That, my friend, is what we call an affiliation. Can't expect me to reveal my whole title to every goited idiot I run across. Now, if you could just unbind... You've made a wise choice. Very wise. Might not be more than sergeant today, but tomorrow...
Quiet. Stop it.
What? No, you see, me and Gags, we don't...
あ、いっぱい。だけかな。あ、まだある。これ絵の具？ここは一体。はいどうも。取りたいんです。なんだろう、ちょっとかわいい。
Just where I wanted him. It is good to see you, friend. Been a while since you were last in Novigrad. What's...
Come on, we'll talk outside.
Priscilla! What are you doing here?
You all right? You had me worried sick.
Dandelion, you rascal. Got this lass to thank for his racing after us. She chivied and chivied.
Shame you arrived too late to see us hoodwink that hunter. I had a plan all set, but then Geralt...
Dandelion, I need to ask you something. It's important, so focus. Where's Ciri?
Ciri? I thought, seeing how you're here, you haven't seen her? Well, I don't know where she is.
I know you tried to help her. Gotta say, I'm having trouble understanding why you went to Horson Jr. of all people.
No one else came to mind. Maybe given more time, I'd have done things differently, but Ciri said the Wild Hunt was on her tail. Horson seemed pretty harmless by comparison.
Something went wrong.
So you've heard everything. I hope you're not mad. You can't be. My plan was perfect. Until we put it in motion. How was I supposed to know Manga was after Dudu?
Heard enough about your plan. Need to know what happened to Ciri now. When'd you last see her?
We were on Temple Isle, running from Horson's men.
シーさん無事だといいですよね。
They barred all the gates. We have to run. Grab a horse to the temple.
こっち？
Leave your horse. We have to. We're almost there.
あ、はいはい。ちょっと待って、降りた。ああ。馬必要か？こっからか。
Save your horse! We have to! We're almost there!
Hmm? あ、そういうことね。
They're headed for the square. After them. Guards! Guards!
Dandelion!
Siri! Siri?
転移魔法？
Ah, what an adventure. One minute we were pulling off the heist of the century, the next we were prey. A pack of hunters on our tail.
Yeah, a splendid story. But I think I've had my fill of this boasting. Come, Zoltan. We must convince the halflings they saw nothing at all.
Gave me enough material for a volume of ballads. And this one will sell like hotcakes.
That all you care about? The ballads this'll inspire? Egos swell a bit lately? Getting more and more selfish with age.
What is that about?
It's about Ciri.
Why would I ever worry about her? You have any idea how she fights? The girl can take care of herself, believe me. Anyway, she's got to come back for that little box. The trinket that started it all.
Mean this?
You get it from Horson? Whoa, Ciri will be overjoyed. Horson, on the other hand's got to be pretty furious.
Well, he wasn't exactly thrilled.
Hey, while you were at it, you didn't think to put in a good word for me, did you? Something like, I never intended to cheat him, and if he harms a hair on my head, he'll have you to deal with.
No, but I'll make sure to mention it next time.
Thanks. Adventures are great, but they can be hard to write up if you're fingerless. Which is not to say Horson would stop at that. What about Siggy Reuven? How's he doing?
Fine, last I heard.
Oh, that's too bad. Because I have a sneaking suspicion he might be a teeny bit mad at me.
Ciri ever tell you what this is? And Horson, why'd she go to him with it?
She went to Horson because I took her there.
Could have guessed that was your idea.
What? Her magic bauble was broken. Horson had access to the mages who could fix it. Besides, she needed help deciphering a curse. It's incantation.
What was Ciri's interest in this curse? Did she want to cast it or lift it? She tell you?
She wasn't all that willing to talk about it. I didn't want to pry.
The one time when it might have been useful.
But I'm almost positive she meant to lift it.
Off who? What? Or was it about her directly?
No. I don't think so. I mean, she didn't look cursed. But boy, was she in a hurry.
Then about the curse? Something specific, a detail, anything?
Well, I know the words.
You're kidding.
No, they were Elven. Ciri was constantly repeating them to herself. Probably not to forget. Went like this. Vafile Elaine, Kiadmil Folin. Gladiv Dorn Ep Tenaid, Bundro Isne Iakas.
Doesn't mean a thing to me.
Even less to me.
Damn it, that's just not enough. Ciri say anything else?
Didn't say much at all, to be honest. Geralt, she's no longer that little girl who ran around Kaer Morhen. Sure, she's still impulsive, alive, but she's also stubborn and sulky. Apple didn't fall far from the tree, let me tell you.
Right. She slipped away again. I was so close.
She came here from Velen. Somebody there helped her, apparently. Maybe she went back.
Doubt it. Talked to the Baron there. He's the one helped Ciri. Said she rode off to Novigrad to look for Yen and me. And Yen's in Skellige, looking into traces she thinks Ciri left behind there.
So, Skellige?
Skellige.
You two have chatted enough.
行くぞ、スケ
Now
ル
it's my turn to talk to Dandelion.
スケ
I'll
ルガ
gladly have a go at them when you're
スケ
done.
ル
Let's get back to the Rosemary in time.
Well, I've certainly had my share of excitement for one day. A juicy roast in a soft bed with fluffy pillows. I think that's the least I want.
前向
We
き
haven't seen each other, talked in ages. Consider dropping by if you're in the area.
I'm sure to be by sometime soon.
I'll hold you to that, Geralt. See you soon. And thanks again for today.
たくましいな。ちょっと待って。血塗られた美酒。おめでとう。これで血塗られた美酒拡張パックの冒険を始められる。追跡中のクエストが血塗られた美酒拡張パックの最初のクエストに変更された。クエストの推奨レベルは34以上である。あなたの行く先に幸あらんことを。やった。
Why ever would you want that? Get out, pal. Come on, go.
Hi, Master Witcher. We've a gift for you.
ん
We are grateful. We wanted to demonstrate that. So, we got this wee gift for you.
Portrait of the Hierarch. Nice.
Ah, it's nothing really. Got oodles of them. Just, if you wouldn't mind not mentioning where you got it. All right.
All right. Farewell.
ん
Aye.
なんだった。
Get out, pal.
これか。じゃあスケリッ ちに行ってメイン進めますかね。うん。あ、これがあるのか。これだけあるか。ダンデリオンさんのクエスト。なんかクエスト増えてる。なんだろう。これか。橋の紋章、リビアのゲラルト殿への依頼。リビアのゲラルト、我らが慈悲深き君主アンナ・ヘンリエッタ公爵閣下の命により貴殿への連絡の任務を果たすため我らは北方諸国に来た。トゥサン公爵領に恐ろしい怪物が現れ、公爵領の市民に対し凶悪な犯罪を繰り返している。もはやその怪物を倒せる者は世界一巧妙なウィッチャーしかいない。どうかホロウェイの村まで来てくれるようここに嘆願する。我らは貴殿がこの嘆きに耳を傾け、我らの国を恐怖の魔の手から解放してくれることを心より期待しながら待っている。敬意を込めて。パルベリンド・ロンファール、ミルトンド・ペイラック・ペイラン。それにしてない。ん？
I serve the eternal fire.
Spare a couple or two. Take you all.
Repeat.
The last individual who tried to come in on my business, it took them a month to find him. Am I being clear, Chive?
What's the fuss about? Can you not treat me as a bit of healthy competition?
Why are you even talking?
脅しですか。
I've always maintained 2 smashed knees are worth 1,000 words.
Oh, get out. Glad you came.
What's this about?
Nothing. I just wanted you to meet my new pals before they bugger the fuck off. Because we were just parting, right?
We'll have our reckoning yet, Chive. Soon.
What's this? Some flea-ridden mutant got you scared, Duke? Just say the word. I'll take care of him. Take a peek at what he's got inside, then make the midget eat it. Sound good?
Next time, Earl. Let's go.
Right. Don't show your hides round here ever again. Well, that puts me up to the neck in fucking shite without a shovel.
Shady, those guys. Who were they?
Puffed up fish bladders, Duke. Word does he's out to be the new horse son junior, but the bugger's missing a hell of a lot. Specifically coin, influence, men, and class.
And the other?
Earl. A scumjug like few others. Skin of my arse twitches at the sight of him. Back in Mahakam, we'd send sow buggers like that down the coalface with a bundle of powder and a leaky lamp.
What's this all about? Doing business with them?
Exactly the ploughing opposite. You see, Geralt, old pal...
About to ask me for help, aren't you?
The thing is, I sort of kind of owe a wee sum to a mutual acquaintance, Francis Bedlam, the king of beggars. To pay off the debt, I've made up my mind to get serious about Gwent.
Getting better by the minute.
Not the playing of it, mind you, but the cards themselves. The rarest of them fetch princely sums these days. Sadly, that's not exactly arcane knowledge. Got a buyer in heat for my collection, missing just 3 cards. But Duke's dregs are all over my arse, so... What do you say, Geralt?
Fine. We'll try to hunt down those cards. Which ones you need?
Fringilla, Vigo, Isengrim, and John Natalis. Devilish hard to get hold of. Duke's been trying too, hasn't had any luck.
Wait, you don't even know where to look for these cards?
Nah, it's not as bad as that. I'm betting Zed's got them. He quit fencing recently, only deals in cards now. Unfortunately, the arsewite won't talk to me. Not after I bought a one-of-a-kind Scoia'tael card out from under his nose. Would you mind going to see him?
Zed. Sounds familiar.
Big fish in the card pond. There's a shop along the south wall. And thank you, Geralt. I actually think I stand to pay off this debt now.
No problem. See you later, Zoltan.
Is this truly one? You'll look fucking amazing. A pair of cheap claws and watered down wine.
Hey, I can't control what I inherit.
What was that about?
She spat in my face. Or might as well have. Called me a whoremonger and a witless hack. Can you imagine? Wit is my forte.
Gotta say, Priscilla's really growing on me.
Save it.
And why don't you save your pouting? Prove to her she's wrong.
Exactly what I plan to do. I've always dreamed of having my own cabaret. A bit of paint and plaster, and this place will do splendidly. Just one hitch.
キャバレーってなんだろう、いまいちわからない。
If you happen to get a break between drowners and ecamajigs, maybe you can help an old friend out.
Where'd you get this cabaret idea?
It's been a dream for years. Ever since we went to see one in Oxenford. Remember? A dancer hanging from the chandelier? And once she was completely downside up. She called you over and...
I remember.
How could you forget? And this place will be even better, I promise. That is, of course, if I can scrounge together the funds for some remodeling.
How can I help you?
I
ストリ
dated
ッ
this
パー
girl
みたい
once,
なのがいるところ
Sophronia.
飲み屋
That's
さ
the name
ん
if you can believe it. Has a merchant for a father, importer of spices from Zerrikania. And Daddy Dear would never refuse his daughter Dear a thing. We can borrow the coin from her.
Name rings a bell. Isn't this the woman you abandoned without saying a word? Stepped out for a bottle of wine, never to return?
Well, I bought that wine for a reason.
Long time ago, that.
Been away a while, sure. Which is why
服の
I
色
need
がビビッド
to
だね。
draw on your authority.
そうですね。
You've got some, you know. No matter what you might think.
Fine. Tell me what you want. Got a feeling you've a plan all cooked up.
Sophronia could still be holding a grudge after our unfortunate parting. But with a touch of help from you, I know she'll forgive me. And then give me that loan.
What's this help entail?
First of all, we need to borrow a dull sword from Madame Irina, one of her props. You know, the kind they use during performances? Get that, then meet me outside Sophronia's house.
Let's say I agree and go see Madame Irina. What'll you be doing in the meantime?
Something I have to finish. But I promise I'll do it before you come back with the sword. Then I'll tell you the rest.
Fine, but...
Geralt, the only butts in this plan will be the ones filling my seats. It'll work, you'll see. Get the sword from Madame Irina and meet me outside Sophronia's at sunset.
My prince. Old man Newman left me a gift last time. What? I'd give you a discount for heroic deeds, but madam, well, you know. Black ones, Danians, long as they pay. Wanna bite me, Wolfie?
なんか帽子がラメが入ったピンクですよね、これね。上下ピンクで青いタイツ、ライトブルーみたいな。だいぶ雰囲気変わりましたね。そこで料理してる人はずっと料理してるんだ。何焼いてるの？お魚。
How are things, Dudu?
So, I suppose. Might have been days in the past when I'd have said, wonderful. But I can't complain. I'm in one piece. Not bound to a stake atop a pyre.
Ever considered leaving? Forgetting Novigrad altogether?
What for? To pass from the frying pan into the fire? The war's not yet crept here. Famine's not kicked at our door. Not that the future's looking rosy.
But you don't have to be human. Maybe you could try something else.
I've assumed many forms over the years, and in spite of all, life as a human has proven most interesting. After all, you humans rule the world.
Gotta admit, your Menga, it's a brilliant impersonation.
Don't remind me. I'm rather disgusting.
Come on, he wasn't all out terrible.
You understand nothing. A doctor assumes more than a man's external appearance. I've learned what a scoundrel had knocking about in his head. Once I became him, not an hour passed before I felt the urge to break a sorceress's fingers. After two, I caught myself lusting to impale someone, and immediately after that, it hit me. The paranoid fear of a Doppler conspiracy.
それは知りたくないね。
Tell me, the halfling Biberveld goes from being a prosperous merchant to being a pauper. How?
Prefer the long version or the short?
Short, please.
The war.
I was under the impression merchants grow fat on wars.
Some do, but I have a serious personality flaw. I'm honest. I could not reap profits from the suffering of others. I paid taxes. I never cooked my books. And then a ship full of my goods sank. I pulled through somehow, but then a second fell prey to Skelligan raiders, rendering me insolvent. When inflation hit and interest rates rose, I, at long last, fell.
それはなかなか。
Take care of yourself, Dudu.
Oh, those bigots haven't the cunning to strip me of this mask.
あれなんか酔っ払いが増えてる。
What's he schemed up this time?
You've got water on the brain.
No loitering round here.
ドゥドゥさん、いい人ですね。人じゃないか。うん。
So good to see you.
Got a request. Need to borrow one of your props. One of the swords you use for stage battles.
Mine? Whatever do you need that for?
I don't know, but Dandelion claims it's essential.
Oh, yes. I suspected Master Dandelion might have a hand in this. I certainly hope you don't aim to...
商売敵だって。
Thanks. I'll try not to damage it. So long.
模造刀。
Ah, so good to see you.
You and Dudu know each other well?
Yes, though he's never told me much about himself. He was a merchant once?
Dudu always had a penchant for enterprise. Probably too honest to succeed in Novigrad, though.
Precisely. I've told him countless times that no matter how many times he changes his appearance, the good in him will always emerge. Bloodthirsty tyrants and vicious assassins. He played them so poorly. That must be why. Whereas he always made for an excellent trusted servant or ghost of the old...
あ、似合いそう。
Take care.
The second sword. Is it in case the first one?
Holy moly, Forrest.
夜にサフラニアの家のそばでダンデリオンと会う。下か。払いが。
Oh,
ここ？
Finally made it. Listen, here's the plan. Sophronia loves adventure-filled romance novels. I can be a hero in her eyes if I can just save her from a bandit. I'll have her eating out of my hand, and there's no way she'll begrudge me that loan.
Want me to be the bandit?
Knew you'd see the sense in it right away.
Dandelion, this is not gonna work.
It will. You'll see. Written your lines already.
You've written what?
So you know what to say during the performance. Here. And your mask. Put it on. Sophronia can't recognize you.
But...
No time. Sophronia's coming. Stick to the plan.
そういうことじゃない。
Rosemary in the morning.
疲れる人だな。
Stop right there.
What is this? Help! Save me!
Tremble, flaxen-haired wench. Then bow before the Prince of Thieves.
甘い色の髪の音。
Not so fast. Drop your sword, scoundrel. This is your first and last warning.
Dandelion!
'Tis I, though the scum of the city call me the Crimson Avenger.
No, not the Crimson Avenger.
Silence, vermin! You shall regret the day you were born.
Dandelion!
On guard!
I mean, Crimson Avenger!
これ負けなきゃいけないんだよね。
Better than I thought. The Crimson Avenger triumphs again.
My hair! Are you well?
One blow struck true. Another scar from my collection.
Come inside. I shall bandage you up. Be gone, vile bandit, or the Crimson Avenger will beat you senseless!
うわ 信じちゃうんだ。朝。
There's been a misunderstanding. You're here too early.
We agreed to meet today, so we've come today. Supplies are all hauled in and the crew's raring to work. We'll start just as soon as our lovely directress gets round to deciding on the decoration.
But Dandelion doesn't even have the coin to pay you.
Turns out he does now, or soon will. At any rate, he's working on it.
See, it's all peachy. So will you finally decide what style you want for this interior?
What are our choices?
Master Dandelion said he was torn between boudoir style and theatre decor. Promised to let us know his choice as soon as we arrived. Now we're here, but no decision's been made. And the lady's horribly surprised she's to choose. Though apparently this whole renovation's for her sake.
For me?
Well, it's not for me. Now, would you please decide where I bust a vessel?
I've no idea what Dandelion is. Go. You've known him longer. Say something.
Boudoirって何？キャバレーって劇場なの？よくわかんないんだよ。なんか昔戦後の日本のドラマでキャバレーってやってたけど、ダンスしてるような話だった。なんだかわからない。ブドワールにしてみよう。
Boudoir seems like a better fit for cabaret. Just don't go overboard on stuffed upholstery.
A wonderful choice it is. At last. Gentlemen, you're done lollygagging. Get to work.
Gentlemen.
Well, well. Guess this cabaret's the real thing.
Ever since Dandelion inherited this place, he's talked about it constantly. I just never expected him to take action. And so quickly.
Who knows? Might even settle down now. I'll have to keep an eye on the business. Who would have known?
Despite what people say about him, Dandelion approaches life very rationally.
True enough. Adheres to the principle that a life enjoyed is a life well lived.
You needn't mock.
I'm not. I mean that. Nothing wrong with the principle. Dandelion just knows how to enjoy life. It's a good thing.
Dandelion can also be responsible. He always pays anyone who works for him on time, and he's never missed a performance.
Sure hope your opening won't be the first. He's still not here.
Well, he said as soon as he got the coin, he'd go see Polly, our choreographer. She's missed the last few rehearsals. I certainly hope he's not gotten into trouble.
Anything's possible with Dandelion. Let me see if I can't find him.
People.
Kochi? どこに行けばいいの？どっちからでも。
ruckus about?
Polly and her half-brained fiancé. They're fighting. She's the only one in this town who knows anything about choreography, and that lummox won't let her work for me. Hold on. What are you doing here? We were gonna meet at the Rosemary.
We were, but you didn't show. Priscilla started to worry, so I came to see how you were doing.
Priscilla started worrying about me? That's so nice.
Less for her than for you, I'm sure. So let's get back.
Did you not hear what's going on in there? We've gotta help Polly. Why do beautiful women always end up with such dicks?
No idea. Stand back. I'll break the door down.
Wait! Do we have to destroy her house? She keeps a spare key around here somewhere.
How would you know she keeps a spare key around here?
It's not as if we started working together yesterday. Before Polly joined forces with Hubio...
You'd visit her? Often?
I'd hide out here while Priscilla and Polly rehearsed at the Rosemary and Thyme. They worked on the dance numbers. I composed.
So, Polly's not one of your...
I never mix business and pleasure.
The one exception being Priscilla.
Who you were just saying is worried about us. So enough of the chatter, and start looking.
Fine. Let's find the key.
Find anything?
Not here. The key.
Damn it. Now where would she be?
Whoa! What the devil's this? Get out of my house!
Watch it, and leave the woman alone.
What the... She's my betrothed.
But I'm not your property.
I love her. I'll not let her sway her ass in his brothel.
Whoa, slow down there a minute. This is clearly one gigantic misunderstanding. One I can clear up in the blink of an eye.
Shove your excuses up your ass. Sod off, or I'll split your skull.
Calm down, calm down.
My friend asked you nicely, so please be courteous in return and hear him out, or we'll settle this another way.
All right, talk.
Hubio, right? Polly's told me so much about you. She
Hubio
said you're
って聞こえる。
arrogant and have an open mind.
You said that? Well, there's a truth to it. My mind's the open salt, but its open saltedness ends when my betrothed starts wagging her ass around brothels. Get out of here, both of yous. Polly's not going anywhere.
最後まで。
Let him finish. There's no brothel involved.
You see, friend, Geralt just hit the nail on the head. For what you have there is the old publicity placard.
Old?
Very. From a time when my establishment was under different management. I, however, would never let any indecency take place in my cabaret. My very reputation precludes it.
So, what's all this about?
Your betrothed is a first-class artiste, and I want to offer her a position worthy of her talents. She's to be my choreographer, and that in turn means she'll receive a share of the proceeds from every performance she choreographs.
You mean to say... coin?
And fame. No flirting required. You have my word.
Suppose... in that case...
I knew you'd agree.
It's settled then. See you at the Rosemary, Polly.
Well, I'm off.
I'll catch up to you. Whew. Never expected that to go so well.
You handled it well, Dandelion. Man was body in your hands once you called him erudite.
In negotiation, as in combat, the key is to find your opponent's weak spot and exploit it to the hilt.
So, time to head back?
I've still got to stop by Rotlick's. Commissioned some new placards from him a while ago, but Hubio came across the old version. Plowing artists got some serious explaining to do.
Who's Rotlick?
Never heard of him? Hank Rotlick, famous portrait artist?
Commissioned a portrait artist to paint your placards?
Henry's an old friend, needed the coin. And I decided we needed new placards to promote the opening performance. Seats won't fill themselves, you know.
I'll go see Rotlick. You head back to the Rosemary. Priscilla will have my head.
Really? You'd go?
No, said that for the hell of it. Tell me where he lives.
Portside.
See you soon.
仕事作ってあげてるんだ。ここか、絵の具だ。ん？映画。
Looking for Rotlick.
You ain't alone. Damn halfling's in debt to half the city. But I'm here to scrape mine before the carcass is picked clean.
It's not enough for everyone, so bugger off. Feeding time's first come, first served.
You're not gonna rob him.
Strange, don't recall asking your permission. Get him, Fred!
そういうつもりじゃなかったんだけど。
Damn it.
Tell me what you want, damn it!
Placards.
There ain't no ploughing placards here.
And Rotlick, where's he?
Same place as always.
ベーゲルバットのやつ。
Losing his last crowns at the races.
Ah,
see,
gamble
wasn't that
ka.
easy? Could have said so right away.
宝石が多いのは絵描きの家だから。絵の具まさか自分で作って。ああ、この時代ならありそう。ここ行ったとこ。 あなたか。
You Rotlick?
Henri Rotlick, artist, painter, debtor, and martyr to my art. At your service.
Dandelion sent me.
Oh, yes. Tell him his placards are done and safely hidden away. Yet, alas, I cannot fetch them, as a group of angry creditors has seized my home.
Think I might have run into one of them.
Then you know my predicament. And now, Count de Louverton has offered me the chance to win it all back. I'm to wager on a race.
どなた?
Generous. Not just anybody could afford to do that.
De Louverton is not just anybody. He's Duke Sam's youngest son. Sam of the well-known family of gem dealers. One debt more or less makes little difference to him.
What's there to worry about? This is your chance to settle up, get a clean slate.
We've had a spell of bad luck lately. Should I agree to de Louverton's offer and lose, I shall be in bondage to him for all time.
Let me pay off your debt. No strings attached.
Thank you. I never expected this. May I ask to what I owe this generosity?
Let's just say I like to do a good deed from time to time. Can we get those placards now?
I'll bring them to the Rosemary in time, just as soon as I settle my obligations.
その金でかけるなよ。
Wondering if I could take part in the races.
If you've coin for the rider's fee and a steed of your own, why not? Decide quickly, please. There's a race about to begin.
いや、まだ今度で。
Is there a land?
これで大丈夫なのかな。
Brother stayed in Tenaria. Ain't no hope for him, is there? Once there was a little broken make friends in the bathhouse. There's lots of rocketing up there.
さてどんな風に出来上がっているのかなと。
Grand opening tonight.
Crown
of the evening. A performance by the illustrious duo, Master Dandelion and Priscilla.
We start in G major.
I told you, the piece is sad, melancholy.
Well, well. See, the crew's been hard at work. Not bad.
これがなんとか風?
No, not all. But I'd imagine something more, you know, more theatrical.
すまん。
What about Rotlick? Did you get the placards?
Rotlick said he'd bring them on his own. Should be here soon.
Great! The best way I can think of to promote the chameleon.
Never mentioned wanting to change the name.
Rosemary in Time wasn't all bad, but it conjured images of Temerian cuisine served by waitresses in peasant garb. Chameleon's a lot better for a cabaret, apart from which it emphasizes that the place has undergone a transformation. Just a better ring to it all round.
What about choreography? Prepared anything special for the opening?
We haven't. But Polly has. She's priceless. Came in and brought the girls in line before I could say knickers. premiere will have the audience on their feet, on their knees, both at the same time.
Guess everything's ready. So when's the opening?
Soon. We start our dress rehearsal in an hour. I just need to nip back home for my dress.
Thanks for everything.
Don't mention it.
Seems my cabaret dreams are about to come true. So, around to celebrate? I'm buying.
Why not?
That's my boy.
これは飲まないと。
The foreman mentioned he saw you and Priscilla talking.
He saw right.
And she say anything about me?
Eh, これ本人に直接聞こうよ。言っちゃっていいのかな。直接聞いた方が2人にとっては大事な思い出になると思うんですが。
She said something that made me think she's not entirely normal.
What?
That you're responsible, got your feet planted firmly on the ground.
You're pulling my leg.
Not this time.
そういうとこ見てくれる人大事にしていかないと。
One thing's eating me. How do you manage to get the loan from Sophronia?
It wasn't easy. She got so excited about our performance, I had to read to her for 4 hours. 4 hours from the cloak and the dagger.
You mean you didn't...
Are you crazy? Who do you think I am? She's late, of course. She knew how important this
いい
night was
な
to me.
こういうとこのビールは美味しいんだろう
Make
な。
yourself gorgeous.
ビールかな。何飲んで
So
る
it's true. A woman's vanity knows no bounds.
Master Dandelion! Priscilla, she's...
What? Speak, man.
She's badly hurt. Been attacked. They took her to Valmerius Hospital.
Attacked? She's hurt? Geralt, come with me, please.
Of course. Let's go.
Gods. Priscilla. Is she gonna live?
I'd say that's certain. Her condition's critical but stable. Beg your pardon, but you are a relative?
Relative? No, a friend. A very close friend.
Dandelion, correct? She uttered the name in her few moments of lucidity. I am Joachim von Gratz, head of surgery. Until recently, a lecturer at Oxenfurt Academy.
Enough of the courtesies. What are her injuries, besides her eye?
A concussion, cranial swelling, incision into her larynx, and scalding inside the throat and esophagus. Someone forced her to imbibe a caustic fluid.
Who could have done this?
That I do not know. I do, however, know she is not the perpetrator's first victim.
How can you know that?
他にもいる
I've
の
seen wounds like this, and not the kind one would forget, don't you agree? In fact, just this week a corpse turned up in the morgue with similar injuries. And no heart.
No heart? You mean that might have happened to Priscilla? Is someone looking into this?
This is Novigrad. Only the innocent burn here.
Geralt, I know I owe you 100 times over, but I need to ask you another favor. Find the bastard who did this. Find him. And kill him.
Don't need any convincing. Come on, Dandelion. Let's think about what we can do. I
I would suggest examining the previous victim's corpse.
してないんだ。
It has yet to be autopsied. Doing so
しようしよ
will provide some clues.
う。うん。
No need to look astonished, gentlemen. As a surgeon, I know the importance of preventive medicine. Rather than wait for this maniac to strike again, I'd prefer to excise him. Not unlike a tumor.
Great analogy, but this tumor's not gonna sit there, wait to be excised. Appreciate the help, but I doubt you know what you're getting yourself into.
I know perfectly well, and I assure you I can take care of myself.
Easy assurance to make, harder to back up, especially if you spend your whole life
殺さ
with
れ
a
る
scalpel,
のは
not a sword.
最後ですよ
Look at
ね。
this scar.
戦争の時の
Don't be shy.
捕虜にされる
Any idea what
い
leaves
つ
such
が
a
上が
mark?
る。
A flail. Morning star, maybe.
What do you think? A blow sustained at the operating table? No? Let me repeat. I know what I'm doing, and I wish to help.
Think they'll let me into the morgue?
By the main entrance, certainly not. But you can also get inside through the sewers.
The sewers? Travel them often, Doctor?
As often as required for, the pursuit of preventive medicine.
Alternative treatments. Aggressive ones, I'm guessing. Interesting.
We can discuss this en route. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm. Ready and intrigued. I'll get whoever did this, Dandelion. Even if it's Hierarch Hemelfart himself.
Thanks.
You lead.
So, preventive medicine you practice in the sewers. What's that about?
Think. Sewing up drowner victims can grow awfully tedious. Is it not better to nip the problem in the bud? I tried to get the temple guard to enter the sewers, alas, to no avail. So I took matters into my own hands.
At no charge. You damned idealists, ruining the market for us.
Hmm?
Hear that?
Been hearing it for a while. Draw your weapon.
Excellent fool. Another takes its place.
I know how you feel, believe me. Where to now? Up?
Yes, it's not far now.
Priscilla, how's it look? Give it to me straight, no sugarcoating.
Her wounds will heal. It's her voice that concerns me. Surely you understand what a terrible blow that would be to a Troberet. Enough to strip her of the will to live.
Any remedy for that?
I fear only your friend Dandelion can be of help on that count.
ちょっと待って、仲間が。
Take the ladder. This is the place. Come, the quicker we take care of this, the better.
Why? Got somewhere to be?
Someone might disturb us. The coroner, for example. Or Reverend Nathaniel Pastodi. Very well. We seek the corpse of a dwarven woodcarver.
ここか。いや、それにしても物が多い。
Looks like necrophage has got to this one. Let's keep looking. Human, wrong body type.
物が多いな。
This isn't it. Human, wrong body type. That's gotta be him.
This one's a she. Remember, beards are no indicator of gender amongst dwarves.
A dwarf, but the hands. Not a carpenter's. A banker's, more likely. Calluses on the fingers, sawdust in the beard, clothes sticky with sap. Must be our dwarf.
Excellent. I trust you don't grow weak in the knees at the sight of blood.
Not a bit. Start the autopsy.
Where?
Let's examine his torso.
What have we here? Deep wound on the left side of his rib cage, and a scar the length of his stomach.
あ、ちょっと待って。え、そんなに見れるもんなの？す
What
ごい。
have we here? Deep wound on the left side of his rib cage, and a scar the length of his stomach.
あ、ちょっとグロテスクかもしれないので、苦手だったらあれです。ちょっと離れてください。
Let's examine the chest wound. Yeah, heart carved out, wound cauterized.
Wait a minute, there's something else.
それはなんだ？
Scorched but intact.
I attended some lectures in herpetology as a student. Afraid I don't recall any amphibians that would lay eggs in corpses. So either Professor Cochrane was deeply mistaken, or this is our murderer's doing.
これって他
Let's
のや
examine
つ
the
なの？
chest wound. Yeah, heart carved out, wound cauterized.
Wait a minute, there's something else.
An egg from an amphibian.
I attended some lectures in herpetology as a student. Afraid I don't recall any amphibian.
大丈夫ですか？
Look at the scar.
黒い
Wounds long
そう
and
ですね。
thin. An incision. But the edges are ragged.
Means nothing. Look, no swelling, no bruises. An old injury, perhaps an accident in the workplace.
Open the abdominal cavity.
Due warning, it will stink of rot.
Once fought a Zoogle up to my waist in sewage, so I doubt... Wait. Smells not rot.
Formaldehyde. A medical novelty. Heavily diluted, it's remarkable at preserving organic tissue. In stronger proportions, it's more destructive than acid.
Explains why there's no smell of decay, and why his throat's scalded. Let's look at his head. Hair smells like it's burnt, like he was in a fire.
Notice anything else? That his eyes have been scooped out, for instance?
私これが気になったんだけど。
See this? Incision made into the voice box.
Indeed, so thin as to be nearly unnoticeable.
A small, extremely sharp instrument. Scalpel.
But why? The wound is too small to bleed, and there are signs of swelling. The murderer... I believe he performed a tracheotomy, so the victim wouldn't die too soon.
Let's examine the mouth. Burns, blisters.
Just like Priscilla's.
プリシラさん
Those burn marks I see in his eye sockets.
Yes, and some grey dust. Ash, it seems, very fine.
一体何されちゃった
Murderer gouged out his eyes, then put burning coals in the sockets.
わ
So it
ー
seems. Looking at the wounds, it appears our woodcarver was...
めっちゃ苦しいんだよ。足
See anything interesting on his legs?
His right foot. The ankle's swollen, toenails broken. He clearly kicked something very hard. Right before he kicked the bucket.
相手も傷
Doesn't strike me as the right time for jokes.
Apologies. We surgeons, we've a different sensibility.
And a different sense of humor. Look at his hands. These welts. Rope burns, right? He was tied up.
I'd expect so. No one could sit through such torture unless bound.
Speaking from experience?
Yes, that of a victim. Spent a year in the dungeons of Tretogor. Long story.
Some other time, maybe. See the callus? Our dwarf wore a ring, but someone took it off him. His genitals. We ought to inspect those.
I sincerely doubt they bear any relation to the matter.
We'll see. Pull down his trousers and... shit.
Syphilis, actually. Early stages. No sign of diffusion.
Think there could be a connection?
Only as the killer's potential motivation.
All right. Think I know enough.
Enlighten me, please, because I've still no notion what this is about. What the motive might have been.
異常者じゃなさそう。パニッシュなんだろう。宗教。
Sorry, rather not share my conclusions just yet.
I understand. For the good of the investigation. Will you at least share what you intend to do?
It's a lead worth following. Any idea what his name was?
Fabian Meyer. And I'm Hubert Reich, the coroner. I've come to perform the autopsy, but I see you've done it for me, Joachim. As always, you interfere where you're neither needed nor wanted, drag others into trouble in the process. Who is this?
A student. Lifelong learner. Got a couple questions for you.
Very well, speak. But be quick. Reverend Nathaniel has come by for an inspection. He'll be here shortly.
You old friends?
Hubert taught me the rudiments of medicine. Long ago.
And not very well. You've still not mastered certain basic principles. For example, that a doctor's role is to treat the ill, not save the world.
You've not changed a bit.
A compliment?
No, a statement of fact. 30 years, and you've not changed a bit.
Woodcarver's body. Where was it found? It's important.
Plan to investigate? Exciting. He died in his workshop south of the Market Square, just beside the gate to Far Corners. That poor Trebyritz was attacked there. City's abuzz about it. But the woodcarver, Eustace the corpse collector, brought us the body. You should speak to him. Saw him just around the corner.
Eustace.
Oh, greetings, Your Reverence.
Who are these people? I believe I made it clear no one's to be allowed in under any circumstances.
You did, but they're friends of the deceased. Here to collect the body.
Out of the question. Show them out at once.
As Your Reverence wishes. Gentlemen, follow me. You shall leave via another route.
Why'd you cover for us?
I was covering my own arse. If Reverend Nathaniel had learned someone had entered the morgue, then cut open a corpse without his permission, I'd be in deep trouble. You didn't give that a thought, did you, Joachim? As ever. Well, while I don't approve of your willfulness, I also wish to see this murderer hang. So, should I learn anything new related to this case, I will let you know.
Thank you.
Nathaniel. Who is he?
A scoundrel. A rogue. Like every man who wears the robes of the Eternal Fire.
Most are scoundrels before they ever put on the robes.
True in his case as well. Before he donned the frock, Nathaniel was a torturer. Delighted especially in torturing women. Later, Hierarch Hemmelfart appointed him to oversee the morgue. He deals with the temple guard, supervises cremations, conducts funeral masses in the temple on the Isle, and so forth.
Dream job. Might have told me you know the coroner. We could have skipped the trip through the sewers.
I know him, thus I avoid him. I've said enough on the subject.
Don't aim to press you.
Thank you. I've nothing to hide. It's just an old wound. Unhealed as yet. What will you do now?
Plenty of leads. Woodcarver's workshop, the corpse collector who found him, alley where Priscilla was attacked. Got work to do.
As do I. At the hospital. I must return there. But I shall keep my fingers crossed.
And I'll keep my eye on you.
Yes, Geralt?
These murders. Got any suspects?
No, Geralt. Though all in all I should have.
What do you mean?
By virtue of my profession, I know Novigrad's underworld better than most. Dozens of mercenaries, racketeers, bandits and hired assassins have had their turn on my operating table. Rogues, one and all. That I believe even they could not kill in this manner. So horribly cruel, yet cold, methodical, with absolute precision. Concluding this overlong explanation, I've no notion who's behind it, but I fear them like hell.
Why is the university in Oxenford closed?
Because it suits Radovid. You've not heard the story?
Sure.
The rector wished to grant him an honorary doctorate. The faculty disagreed. Nonetheless, Radovid arrived for the ceremony, donned a gown, collected his diploma, and when it was over, imprisoned the deans and the entire academic senate so they wouldn't raise a stink. I've been at Vilmerius Hospital ever since. But perhaps it's for the best. I'm far more adept, scalpel in hand, than I ever was behind a lectern.
Know another surgeon from Oxenford Academy. Her name's Shani. Know her? Red hair, cropped short, freckles.
And a hopeless idealist. Naturally, I know her. She was my assistant for a year.
Any idea where she is now?
My gut tells me she's somewhere along the front, patching up pikemen. I told her it would be futile. In the time she saved 100 lives, another 1,000 would be lost. But medics with a mission, you can't argue with them.
国境なし医師団に行っちゃいそうな人。
Farewell. You Eustace, the corpse collector?
Aye. How'd you know?
Fourth sense, I think it is. You bring Fabian Meyer's body to the morgue?
Fabian? Oh, yeah, I remember. No eyes, no heart, one of them, right? No purse neither, as I recall.
One of them? So there have been other bodies like that?
Sure have. Beggars, street urchins, and street walkers. One went so portly, I had to cut her into pieces to fit her in me wheelbarrow. Slippery sow, they called her, on account of that.
Some things are best left unsaid. What happened to the pieces?
What do you mean? Reverend Nathaniel ordered them burned. Every last one. Oh, shame that was.
Shame? Why? Actually, never mind. Another thing that's best left unsaid.
賢明だと思います。
You search Fabian's body?
Well, I cast an eye in his pockets. Made sure nothing went to waste.
I call a spade a spade. You rob corpses.
And I call a prick a prick. It's none of your fucking concern. What, you a tax collector? Piss off, mutant.
Talk. What did you find on him?
As you wish. Triflings, baubles, gloss-beaded ring, handful of coins, and a letter. Look, vellum, quality parchment that. I'll wipe off the writing as silly as new.
That's human skin. Priscilla. Next victim's name. If you'd given this to the right person, she might not have been hurt.
What the fuck do I care what happens to some Priscilla? We short of wenches in this town.
Get out of my sight. Now.
must be order.
Oh, who burned the hunter's quarters down? Don't worry though, I don't like them goat players either.
これはどっから入るんだ。こっち。ここか。クエストのあれをこれにすればいい。
Anyone home?
Begun, or I'll set me hounds on you. Molly, Striga, come!
Relax. I'm here about Fabian Meyer, looking for his killer.
That's altogether different. Sit, you stupid mutts, lie down. Go on in. Slowly now, lest they bite you.
Charming as beasts go.
You daft? Even I'm scared of them. A better backing dog than an evil man at your door.
Got someone particular in mind?
Sure as shite. Bugger who did Fabian in. As soon as they'd hauled his corpse off, I run to a mate or raise his fighting dogs. Bought these 2 mutts. Cost me a chunk of change. But I sleep sound at least.
So who might you be?
The Stiff's brother. Duss is the name. We ran a workshop together. Meyer and Meyer.
What'll it be now? Just Meyer?
Name it. I'll be closing it down now. As soon as I find a buyer for this shack, I'll head on to Mahakam. Be near my family, or what's left of it. So, what do you want to know? What can I tell you about Fabian?
Tell me what you know about the murder, in order, in detail.
'Twas like this. Had some work in Oxenford, and I was coming home. Saw a plume of smoke rising over the city. Thought to myself, blast it, gonna miss him burn another hag. But the smoke wasn't coming from Hierarch Square. It was coming from here. See the soot stains? That's where they burned our sculptures. Folk gathered round the blaze and found Fabian here beside it. They'd already loaded him on the cart by the time I arrived.
Talk to your neighbors. They see anything suspicious beforehand? Hear anything?
Claimed not to. But even if they had, they'd not have helped. In Novigrad, folk give bleeding orphans in the street a wide berth so as not to stain their poor lanes. Do they care about some dwarf?
Your brother have any enemies? Anyone dislike him? Threaten him, maybe?
'Twas Fabian who threatened this one last.
誰?
Well, you were a good dwarf, a craftsman like no other. But you were an incorrigible whoremonger as well. Whenever we put a bit of coin aside, I'd say, let's buy some tools, quality timber. No, he grabbed the purse and head out whoring. Took to following one in particular. He'd say, 'tis all your fault, dirty bitch, human dish rag, and other obscenities. Don't rightly know what that was about. Maybe he was in love with her.
Know where I can find her, this dish rag?
City cemetery. She died a few days back, quietly in her sleep. Her pawn said a fever took her.
Fine, we've talked enough. Need to look around.
Be my guest. Just beware of the dogs.
はい。
Bloodstains.
That's where Fabian lay when they found him.
これは
Someone dragged something across the floor, or dragged it from one wall to the other, repeatedly. Statues of the old gods. Nothing but women. Shapely ones.
「憂う者の説教。善良な人々を忘れるな。炎は祝福にも呪いにもなり得る。炎は暖かく、食事の用意にも役立ち、闇の恐怖を追い払うこともできる。だが炎は何かを焼け払うことも、灰にしてしまうこともできるのだ。だから我々は永遠の炎とその戒律と調和を保って暮らしていかなければならない。この教訓をおろそかにする者、無視して生活する者、嘲笑う者はその炎の中で命を落とすことになるだろう。善良な市民よ、この話を心に留めておくように、さもなくばその報いを受けることになるだろう。
Mind if I go inside the workshop?
I've not even peeked inside since they found Fabian. But I'll open it for you if you want.
Thanks. 何が出るかな。何が出るかな。それは
Eyes. Humanoid. Completely rotten.
ここで取られたんだな。
Aye.
Had a look at your sculptures.
What? Lifelike, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. The women especially. Never seen a bust that size on Molitale.
Oh, aye. Fabian's handiwork. I told him, brother, tits like that will crush her back. Whittle him down. He said, nay, they'd sell better this way. Told me to shut me trap. And sell they did. Till one sermon at the temple, when the celebrating reverend said that whoso buys idols from the non-human Myers sins twofold, as a heretic and as a lecher. That was the end of that.
Fine. We've talked enough. Need to look around.
Be my guest. Just beware of the dogs.
More blood stains, but not near enough to say he bled to death. Unless somebody got rid of the blood, left a few stains behind. Furniture got knocked over. This looks like it was kicked. Nothing interesting.
ここだけかな。
Oi, Witcher! Coroner wants to see you. Been another victim. Told me to say the main door will be open for you. You're to come as soon as you can. Ah!
witcher3.
Hey, handsome.
No regrets, not your stomping ground.
I know that smell. This time of year. I know that smell. Formaldehyde. A brazier. This time of year. Man's footprint. The murderer's maybe. Weight on his heel. Took a step back.
Sis. That
Human.
How am I to know?
Priscilla's.
Watch him, see what he does.
Human. Priscilla's.
Hmm? What?これは一体なんか適当に戦ってきてくれないか。
Think you'll gut me too, huh? Up your ass, deviant! Hoes can fight back!
Calm down, I'm not gonna hurt you. What are you doing here?
Getting vengeance. Well, why are you staring? Have you not heard killers always return to the scene of their crime? Me and my brothers are waiting here to give him a warm welcome. For Priscilla. Almost did her in, the whole son.
I know. Here to look for clues and find anyone who might know something.
Fear I can't help you much. But I can tell you what I know.
You and Priscilla friends?
Friends? Nah. But she saw more than a stupid whore in me. Treated me with respect. It mattered. I was looking to give up whoring. Pick up a decent trade. But none would take me. Not as a washerwoman, nor a servant, nor a cook. Felt like a leper, I did. But Priscilla, she was different. Agreed to put me in her play, you see? Lots of the other actors, they were afraid on account of her jesting about the eternal fire. Whistling Wendy on stage, can you imagine it? Her dream's gone now. I'm back to working street corners.
Sorry to hear that.
You could do worse as work goes. Or so I tell myself.
Priscilla wasn't the sole victim. You aware of that?
Oh, dearie. Of course I was. This didn't start yesterday. Others have died like this before. Beggars, street girls, orphans. But who'd have a drama concern about them? Human rubbish. It's what the guards call us.
Recall any names?
They didn't have proper ones. Baldy, curly, buns. That's what folk called them. No friends, no families. Their bodies were burned long ago.
Take care now. And I got a murderer to catch.
Oh, the head's ringing.
Murderer fled before the guards arrived. Ran this way.
一歩下がって、ここで。
Trail ends here. Strange. Even I couldn't jump this wall.
群れる者の説教。善良な人々よ忘れるな。炎の明かりはすべての悪を消し去り、すべての嘘を暴き、すべての卑しい堕落した魂を明らかにする。姿を変えたドップラーさえもその明かりから身を隠すことはできない。一般人を騙すことに長けている魔女や女魔術師、また自分たちの魅力で男たちの思考をまらなくさせる不死だらな町中の女もしかりだ。不誠実で不道徳な魔法を捨て、全身に慎みをまとい、汚れた思考を呼び起こさなければ永遠の炎はお前たちのために怪物や罪人を見つけ出してくれる。さもなくばお前も炎の中で燃え尽きることになるだろう。これがでもホルマリンだったよ。
I know that smell.
ホルマあれでしょ。これじゃ何も聞けないのかな。
So, what is it?
Think I know what happened here. Priscilla fought back, her assailant retreated, and knocked over the brazier. Someone must have heard it. Maybe saw something, started hollering. Guards showed up. Murderer didn't finish the job, didn't cover his tracks. Just collected himself and leapt over the wall. Trail ends there.
You divined all this from a pile of rubbish and a few prints in the mud.
Do that practically every day in my profession. And practice makes perfect.
True enough. Just like I can tell right off if a punt'll pay or try to wriggle out of it.
That particular skill I could use myself. Take care now. And I got a murderer to catch.
You scared? Oh, my head's ringing.
They're stealing our work, those Temerians.
So, how you go with this thing?
I've had enough of you.
あの壁をジャンプする。
What was it happened to Francis again?
こっちか。
Welcome, Master Witcher.
すごいな。これは後でも取れそう。検視官
Geralt, right? I'm glad you're here. Held off on the autopsy till you arrived.
Nice of you, especially given you didn't seem pleased about my previous visit.
Because you came unannounced and in unfortunate company. I also had Reverend Nathaniel to contend with. Our spiritual caretaker has left the city on some important matter. And I know who you are, what drives you. I'm more than happy to aid your investigation.
By the way, you and von Gratz don't exactly get along. Why is that?
I had him sent to prison. You see, Joachim led the student protests in 1242, a senseless and brutal revolt. People were dying, Witcher. Those who rejected liberty, equality, and fraternity would be found in the gutter come morning. Their throats slit from ear to ear with surgical precision. Joachim had been my favorite student, but alas, I had to do something. So I reported him. Then I left the university and found work in the morgue, where none care about my past. Whereas Joachim, oh, fate's ironies. Years later, he was appointed head of the very ward I had founded.
How old's von Gratz? 50? 60?
53, I believe. Why do you ask?
You look a little young to have been his teacher.
Not surprising. For years, I've lived in the cold and dark, breathing the vapors of embalming fluids. In short, working with corpses extends one's life. Amusing, is it not?
Who's the victim this time?
Joris Aquinas, a lecturer in theology at Oxenfurt Academy. Found this morning at his home on a catafalque made of his books.
Any titles in particular?
It seems all the tomes dealt with the eternal fire. Treatises critical of the faith's doctrines.
Yeah, mortal sin in Novigrad. Not fond of Nathaniel?
Very few people are. He's cruel and capricious. He stormed in here once, grabbed a scalpel I was sterilizing over a burner, sliced my back with it to the bone, because I had forgotten to lock the storeroom. Hard to be fond of someone like that, wouldn't you agree?
オートプシー始まるので、また苦手だったら。
Let's start. Gladly. The wounds conform to the killer's modus
見ない方
operandi.
が。
The victim was bound and forced to drink
若い
from
な。
Next, the killer removed the eyes, placed burning coals in
ま
the
た縛ら
sockets,
れた
then
跡が
opened
あ
the
る。
rib cage. What's this? A parchment made of human skin.
A
名前
message
があ
from
る
the
かな。
murderer. The name of his next victim. Patricia Vegelbud.
Do you know her?
Yes. Even went to her estate once with... Gotta find her, now.
Patricia Vegelbud.
What are you waiting for, Geralt? The murderer could already be at the Vegelbud residence.
あらま。オートプシーがなかったっす。これどこから入ったのかとかわからない。いいや。
Till next time, Master.
いやー、このサブクエスト長いな。あっさり終わるかと思ったら。
What do you want?
Need to talk to Patricia Vegelbud.
You think any bum off the street can...
Her life's in danger. Let me in or have her blood on your hands.
If you thought this up, and I let you in, you'll throw my arse out the door.
Always thought a guard was supposed to protect his charge, not his ass.
So be it. I'll take you to Lady Vegelbud. Just no trickery. Understand?
Geralt, what a pleasant surprise.
Not pleasant at all. I gotta see your mother. Her life's in danger.
In danger? Come now. I saw Mother this morning. She seemed sad, true, but in perfect health.
I'm hunting a serial killer, and I've got reason to believe your mother will be his next victim.
Why, even if it's true, our guards...
He's exceptionally cruel when he kills, tortures his victims, cuts out their hearts. So let's see how she is, just in case.
I find this all very hard to believe, but you appear to be quite serious. Please, follow me.
A fire fit for Bellatane, except it's the wrong time of year.
I mentioned your mother seems sad. Do you remember? In fact, she's in the midst of a crisis of faith. A rather serious one. We'd been to Novigrad. Mother had seen the pyres in High Rock Square, uttered not a word on our way home. She had all the holy books, insignias, reliquaries gathered, taken outside and burned. Then she locked herself in her room.
We need to hurry.
Did I hang the wash or not? Hear that? Calm and quiet. All seems to be in order.
開けてみよう。
Just to be sure.
You're relentless, aren't you? Fine. But wait here, please. Mother's certainly not in the mood for guests.
He ran out the other door! Catch him!
待て。
Spread out! Murderer's still here! There he is! Get him!
どこ行った？見逃したやんけ。これ失敗かな。
Halt! For I put a bolt between your eyes!
Listen, you got the wrong guy.
Save your trickery, taking you to the heiress.
Well, killer's already escaped. Lead the way, hero.
We got him, Lady Ingrid. Wasn't easy, but...
Lower that crossbow before you hurt yourself. This man is innocent.
Forgive me. I saw him running. Thought it was the killer fleeing.
I was chasing him, and I'd have caught him if you hadn't gotten in my way.
Out of my sight, at once! Mother! Why did he do this to her? Why?
Because she blasphemed the eternal fire. Only thing that ties her to the other victims. Ingrid, I know this is a hard time for you, but usually the killer leaves a note on the body. A note indicating his next victim. May I?
Very well. But you should be on your own. I do not wish to see her in this state. I do not wish to remember her like that. And let her be the last victim. Please.
Bruises, broken fingernails. She defended herself. Must be why it took him longer, and why he almost got caught. Here it is. Sweet Nettie, crippled Kate's. Growing bolder, not just the name but the place too. Won't get away this time.
善良な人々を忘れるな。炎は行く手にあるものをすべて食い尽くす。炎は罪人が貧乏人であれ、王子であれ、人間であれ、人間でなかれ、弱かれ、強かれ、皆等しく燃やす。戒律を守る者、教会の助言に耳を傾けない者、邪神を崇拝する者は皆等しくその炎によって灰となるだろう。 永遠の炎の真実の中で暮らし、聖人たちの話に耳を傾けろ。彼らはみんなを導く者たちだ。
Same wounds as the previous victims. Examination would be a waste of time. Gotta get to crippled Kate's, fast.
何か新しい本はあったかな。でも大体見たタイトルだったな。クリプラとケイト。戻ってきたの。からが近いか。レベル結構上がったね。ああ、そうですね。今レベル20ぐらいだったかな。そうです。レベル20。あ、ずっと模造刀装備してた。ちょっとだけテイクアタイムで飲み物を取ってきます。すぐ戻ります。 だいまです。行きます。アイスコーヒー入れてきました。いやー、この時期は水出しとか作っといたりするんですけど、ポットに間違えた。上かあ、ここは
Sweet Nettie, where is she?
Upstairs. But she's with a very important client. Do not disturb them.
Ne?
You're a vulgar one. I can see it in your face. Hey, handsome.
隣？アイスコーヒー大量に消費してしまう。つい飲んでしまう。
No one will hear you, bitch. Not a soul.
You though? Whole town will hear you in a minute.
Yet again you disturb me, and I so dislike being disturbed. I was to play with sweet Nettie, render her not so sweet, but I shall see to you first.
What, no foreplay? No formaldehyde? Coals in my eye sockets?
What the fuck are you on about?
Murder. You killed Fabian Meyer, Patricia Vegelbud, and many others.
Bollocks. You're mistaken, vagrant.
Found a message on Patricia's body. Led me here to crippled Kate's. To sweet Nettie. If you didn't leave it, who did?
I don't know. But I see we must talk. Calmly.
Who knew you'd be here?
Strangely enough, I don't announce these outings far and wide. There's but one man who... That's impossible. He treats even corpses with kid gloves.
The coroner. Said you were busy, that you wouldn't visit the morgue. Gotta go after him.
Go. But to Warehouse 12 at the docks. He's there this time of day procuring supplies. Formaldehyde. I shall stay here. I've unfinished business with sweet Nettie. After all, I paid in advance.
You'll untie her, drop your coin pouch on the table, then leave here and never come back.
Yes, I will.
Good boy.
Viking が良くても考えた方がいいのでは、まあ、わからないけど。階段はどこだ？
People, help me!
クエスト？何やってんの？
Let's do this quick. Quicker.
Huh?
Maybe. I want him alive.
何やってんの？
Take this, burn it, hide it, whichever. Just don't get caught.
逮捕状？手配？この3人の盗賊たちは魔法の金製品を所持している。対象の物品は危険で禁止されているものであり、即刻破壊する必要がある。ルッシ。別名ホックスは青銅島の橋の近くに潜伏している。フリッツはねじれた家の近くに潜伏している。ウォルターは腐った果樹園の近くの飾り宿地区で最後に目撃されている。盗賊たちを逮捕せよ。抵抗するのはその場で殺しても構わない。まずはちょっと至急か。
Run out of formaldehyde.
I underestimated you. You almost caught me in flagrante delicto. Now you've seen through my bluff with Nathaniel. Although you've not divined all, I see. Had you, you would have drawn your silver sword.
Who, what are you?
A vampire. Higher, of course.
Got a reason for killing? A reason to torture?
I thought you'd figure that out as well. The symbolism's rather obvious. Coals for those who are blind to the fire. The egg of a salamander born of fire to replace their cold, doubting hearts. Fire down the throat of that.
Yeah, symbolism's clear. What's not is why a vampire would kill in the name of the eternal fire.
Should be equally obvious. I concur with the Church's diagnosis. Novigrad is a fallen city. Its population amnesiacs to the very concepts of decency and morality. So I decided to remind them, in a manner they'd be certain to notice.
There are other ways. Could have set up a soapbox in Hierarch Square, preached from it.
How funny. That's exactly what I did. But none listened. Instead they laughed, threw stones. Give a thought to my victims. A lecherous woodcarver who'd spend his last copper on whores. An old countess who defiled symbols of the faith. A Trebyrits for whom nothing was sacred, nothing above ridicule. They did not deserve to live. But their deaths could be a lesson to others. Awaken them, scare them onto the correct path, the path to the fire, to cleansing, to salvation. For you, I'm afraid it's too late. You are a man of little faith. I sense this.
But I'm pretty good with a sword.
Pretty good. Might not cut it.
炎の説教。人々よ忘れるな。炎は一度ついたら止められない。幾手にあるものすべてを取り込み、何もかもが灰になるまで静まらない。人間はこの現象から逃れられない。炎の前でひれ伏し、受け入れれば、その者たちもまた灰になる。自分の良心を探し、教会の教えに従え、罰が下されるその前に。ブリシーラさん。
Thanks for your help, we know that. Many thanks to you, Geralt.
How's
better, right?
Yes.
Did you take care of what I asked?
Yeah. The Witcher's way.
Thank you, Geralt. For me and Priscilla.
Yeah. There.
Did my part. Your turn now. Take care of her. Good care.
I will. You'll see. Treat her better than the Dryads of Brockamon could.
She's talking again. Nice surprise.
Isn't it? Professor Von Gratz told me her wounds are healing faster than a troll's. Not the most flattering comparison, but encouraging. Maybe she might even sing again someday. For now, we'll try performing as a duo. She'll play the lute, I'll sing. Dandelion and Calinetta. Got a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Sounds great. Good luck, Dandelion. On stage and off.
Sorry, Geralt. My throat's still quite...
Say no more. Get well soon.
Geralt?
Yes, Geralt?
Hubert told me about your past. Even more vivid than I'd assumed.
I have not time for riddles, Geralt. Be straight or be gone.
Any truth to his claim that people died during the riots at the university? Died for your cause?
I was young and stupid. I thought a better future was worth any price. Even a human life or two. But those are past sins. Sins I've atoned for.
学生運動って血生臭いですよね。
Found and killed the murderer. It was Hubert. You were right not to trust him. He was a hired vampire.
I thought nothing could surprise me in Novigrad. Seems I was wrong. Deeply wrong. Thank you, Geralt. Were it not for you, this would never have ceased.
でも、あれで死んだのかな。
Farewell.
人々を忘れるな。炎を一度ついたら止められない。行く手にあるものすべてを取り込み、何もかもが灰になるまで静まらない。人間はこの現象から逃れられない。炎の前でひれ伏し、受け入れればその者たちもまた灰になる。自分の両親を探し、教会の教えに従い、罰が下される前。取り忘れるとこ。こっちか。ここは結局大丈夫なのかな。
Got a minute?
For you, my friend, always.
Gotta tell me, how do you wind up owning this establishment?
You'll never believe this. I inherited it from none other than Alonzo Wiley. Whoreson Sr. himself.
You're right, I don't believe it.
Alonzo ruled the local underworld with an iron fist, but deep down, he was a romantic, pure as they come. This place is one of the reasons his son's not my biggest fan. See, Cyprian Jr., that is, wanted to make this a brothel, but the Rosemary went to me, and I planned to turn it into the most elegant venue in town, a den of art and culture.
How do you and Priscilla meet?
Huh. It was at the court of Duke Harold, the annual balladry contest. We faced off in the final.
Who won?
Well, I don't remember.
I bet. Probably lost and you don't want to admit it.
Actually, she'd caught my eye, so I let her win. I was counting on getting a prize after the contest.
And did you?
That, my friend, is not your concern.
Got a portrait of Hierarch Himmelford I'm willing to part with. Want it?
Yes, those halfling painters. This one of theirs? Wonderful. I put this up at the Rosemary in time. It'll make those temple guard inspections so much easier.
Ran into Molly. She says hello.
Molly? Which Molly?
One you promised to show your butterfly collection to.
Ah, yes. Now I remember.
Butterfly collection? You of all people could stand to be a little more inventive.
Molly didn't need inventive. She needed attentive. Average, run-of-the-mill girl. But give her a smile. Notice her shoes. Let her chat about them a bit. And she'd turn into a wellspring of passion.
See you, Dandelion.
まあ大体喋った。
Oh, nice. Shouldn't let that refuse into taverns with honest folk. Where you going?
またクエストが。メインを進めます。まだ時間大丈夫ですか？眠気とか。
As Yennefer of Vengerberg told it, there had been a magic explosion in Skellige. Related to Ciri's reappearance, it had destroyed a vast swath of forest. Geralt set out for the Isles to join the sorcerers and seek further clues of Ciri's whereabouts.
No such thing as bad ships or bad weather. Only worthless fucking sailors. Oh!
新しい服を着る？どういうこと？
Ain't nothing quite like a witch. Brewer, don't eat so much. Why the spit not?
倉庫がどこかにあったの。ここスケッチです。
Wonder if he's as strong as he looks.
Not something I'd ever wear. But what don't we do for our... Who exactly is she to me?
got me high on you?
This blade's not worth shining, but right arm swinging it, eh?
広いんだなここ。
Bran was a great ruler.
He needs a worthy successor.
You speak as though you have someone in mind.
Skellige's troubles very much derive from it not being a hereditary monarchy. Any upstart can be king and destroy his predecessor's legacy.
The King of the Isles is a more symbolic position.
That should change as well. A strong leader who wields true power. That is what the times require.
Introduce me?
This is my friend Geralt, and this is Berna, widow of the dear departed Bran.
The Queen Mother. It's a pleasure to meet you, Geralt. You must forgive me, but on a day like today, I'm afraid I cannot indulge in my penchant for long conversations.
I can see you chose your own outfit. You know, of course, that together we look about as good as lace frills on a battle axe.
Everyone's got their style. We should mingle before they all get drunk. There'll be no talking to anyone then.
Good thinking. I don't know what Krak wants, but when we meet with him, we should have clear minds.
I'm not gonna drink. Why dull my senses when I'm in such pleasant company?
Do you plan to compliment me all evening?
I plan to tell you what I think.
Friends we show heart, foes we show our axe.
So, what have you brought for the farewell feast? Bread, cheese,
そっ
milk,
ちは何？ はあ。
Geralt, do you think I donned an evening dress to show off for the seals?
Just want to get some air.
Very well. Once you've aired out thoroughly, find me by the entrance to the feast hall.
はいはい。
You're pale. You drink last night too? Lady Yennefer. Sir.
Greetings, Arnvold. My companion is Geralt of Rivia.
I am honored.
Nice to meet you too. Quite a few guests.
They come to bid their king farewell. They come to see the claimants to the crown.
We wanted to talk to Krak on Crate.
The Jarl will join us shortly. He's assigned you a place of honor at the table just beside his daughter Ceres. Follow me, please.
They seated us here. I asked them to. Wanted to meet the notorious Witcher Geralt.
We've met. Don't remember?
That was ages ago. Yalmer and I were children when you last visited Orda. But you should meet your feast mates. Allow me the dubious honor. That's Halbjorn, son of Holger Blackhand. Blue Boy Lugas, Madman Lugas' firstborn. And choking down a stockfish over there is Ottrig on Hindar.
Seems they set us with the sons of Jarls, exclusively.
Ceresonfrate is the daughter of a Jarl, Geralt. Jarl's daughters are in no way inferior to their sons.
Do you know every last one of them dreams of being Bran's successor? Look at him. Likely not.
Ceres is jealous, for the one among us who performs the greatest feat will be crowned king.
We all know the feet are a sideshow. Our fathers will choose who will wear the crown. What do you think they swore to crack with it?
You talk like that because you're short of strength and skill. Remember when Hjalmar challenged us all to a race up the mount? You didn't stand with us then. As he buried his axe in that stump at the top to mark his victory, you were warming your chicken bones by the fire.
Had my reasons for not participating, but I would have won then, as I'd win now.
Now that you mention him, just noticed Hjalmar's not here.
My brother walks his own paths. But about the race, why don't we repeat it? I'm willing to challenge any of you, Witcher included. If I beat him to the top, venture to say that'll be a feat, eh? So you in?
If the Witcher's in.
Geralt?
Honored to be asked, but maybe some other time.
Shame. Enough of the nattering, let's drink.
Can't today, for good reason, believe me.
But if not today, then when?
You've been great company. Sadly, it's time we moved on.
Really?
Indeed. We must talk, but not here. You shall learn all beyond that door.
Sweet mother.
Do you have
Shame? Why would I?
A queen should join her king on his throne. Give back to life.
What did you say in the beast said?
Our isles are in for hard times.
Tell me, Lugos.
Allow me to introduce Geralt of Rivia, a Witcher. Geralt, Jarl Dona and Hinder, and Jarl Madman Lugos.
Calling Lugos a madman's an insult to madman. He's a common goat fucker.
Call me a goat fucker one more time, and I'll chop off your head, stick it on a pike, and piss down your neck hole.
Enough! Time to settle this. Here and now.
Oh, ha ha ha! Giving me a true freight right now. Shat my best trousers. Put that away before you cut yourself, you cunt.
Thought Skelliger's called a truce for feasts.
I know the hallowed customs, but Lugos ought to know that I'll not let him raid my Hindisfial bear.
You don't scare anyone, Donor. I'll be boys soon to plough you priestesses, drink from your tankard, and shit on your table. Be sure to leave a candle lit for me.
Emperor would be very pleased to hear you quarrel.
His Imperial Majesty is more than welcome to visit.
Let him sail over here. We ain't afraid of the Black Ones.
Raiding coastal villages is one thing. Total war with the Empire is another.
Awfully mouty, this one. Go stir your cauldron and pierce some boils, witch. Don't talk when you haven't got a fucking clue.
Know what, Lugos? Just realized I don't give a damn about your hallowed rules of hospitality.
Finally, some diversion. And here I was ready to puke from all the boredom.
Come on, freak. Show us what you're made of.
Move the benches. There's to be some gob slapping.
Had enough?
You got me good. That were quite a wallop. Still seeing spots, room rocking like a leaky tub in a hurricane.
We'll call it even then, as soon as you apologize to the lady.
Don't hold it against me, milady. It's my deep conviction sorceresses are needed. Deeply so.
No offense taken. Forget about it.
That I like. And the knocking. It's what men do. Give me your paw, Witcher. Let me squeeze. It's a worthy one. Witcher, have a drink with me. Proof there's no hard feelings. And visit me at times, I insist. Yoren's been jabbering about bringing in a Witcher for that haunted lighthouse. Do me a favour. Meet him for an ale in the tavern near Arenbjorn. Then you put a short jaunt to find me, so as we can knock back something stronger. Here's to our next.
No hard feelings, but we'll have to drink another time.
Yes. We've important discussions ahead.
You land rats are all the same. Fear to you wenches.
Yes?
What now?
Now we pay a visit to Ermien's laboratory.
Didn't know we'd been invited.
Because we've not been.
Take it Ermien won't be there.
That's right.
And what's the purpose of this visit?
We're looking for an object. The Mask of Urboros. We'll need it. Come, Geralt.
Now you'll tell me why you need this mask.
Oh, I shall. In due course.
Take it you'll decide when.
Correct. Footsteps. Shh. Guards. Hide behind the tapestry.
Sparrows chip, while starlings chirp.
What do jackdaws do?
Jackdaws caw. Goldfinches warble, and cranes whoop. Brass peacocks screech. Hawks scream, larks trill, and doves, they coo. That's all of them.
What about nightingales?
All right, nightingales croon.
This'll be tough to open.
Surprises never end. See the ravens?
Hard not to.
Ermien's spies. An indication that we're near his laboratory. I also sense a clear magic aura. Come. There's a ledge outside this window. We must pass along it.
Seen uglier sights in my life.
Geralt of Rivia, being romantic.
Yeah.
Yes? Amazing how a hobby can render a man mysterious. Fascinating.
Especially a druid. Must be a real nature lover. Looks alive.
Yes?
Had one at Kaer Morhen.
Please.
A hunter'd loose an arrow if he saw that in the woods. A basin of water.
For teleprojection, a reflection of Ermien appears on the surface. Supplicants speak to it. Are you all right?
Cut myself. The door's locked. The animals. They're alive. Yen, watch out. Monsters. Can feel them. Coming closer. They're everywhere.
That's one less.
Stench. Strange. Smells of mushrooms in the air.
No. To my mind, it's the same. That's one less.
What's happening?
You were hallucinating. You ran at Ermien's animals, sword flailing. I had to calm you.
strange.
Your years of vigorous training at Kaer Morhen finally paid off. Bested nearly all the stuffed beasts in here.
Please.
Fine. We've passed the trial of taxidermy. The door stands open. Let's go inside, Geralt.
Looks alive.
I'll lock the entrance. We don't want to raise suspicions. Ah, our dear druid's laboratory. We must search it thoroughly. The Mask of Ouroboros must be here. Wondrous world of insectoids. Ritual plants. Ah, what do you know? Raymond Marlove.
Letter bearing Ermien's seal to the druids. Warns them about you.
悪いのの職員へアードスケリックに女魔術師が到達したことをあらかじめ警告しておく。彼女の名前はイエネファー・ウェンガーバーグの出身だ。職員らが女の策略に騙され、まとった美しいスカートに論理的思考が惑わされないだろうことは分かっている。だがそれでもなお、あの女の賢さと上品さには騙されるなと忠告しておきたい。私はイエネファーを知っている。だがあの女がアードスケリックに姿を現した本当の目的は分からない。直接聞いたところで意味はないだろう。あの女の抜け目のなさと口のうまさは有名だ。あの女は自分が思っていることではなく、相手にどう思わせるかということを考えて言葉を口にする。あの女を二流の女魔術師と思うことなかれ。あの女は北方の支配者たちと食事を共にし、最近ではニルフガード帝国の皇帝自身に仕えている人物だ。世界中の宮廷とも親交があり、最も狡猾な開墾官さえも羨む能力を持っている。イエネファーは我々が研究しようとしている大変動が起こった場所によからぬ興味を示している。あの女に近づいていいという許可は出していないが、全員目を見開き耳を澄ましてもらいたい。ウェンガーバーグの女魔術師は強情で人を操ることに長けている。過去にあの女とクラフが会ったことがあるのは知っている。あの女は隠された目的のために錆びついた友情を利用しようとするかもしれない。あの女の目的が何かは私が探ってみよう。それが分かったら別の手紙で共有する。力が諸君らと共にあらんことを。エルミオ。
That brazen manipulator.
The shameless schemer.
Seems Ermien has real tobacco brought in.
偽物のタバコがあるの。
Skelliger's tales about the wild hunt.
The islanders believe the wraiths sail on a longship built of the claws of dead men.
Goes in for light reading, too. The Corpse of Novigrad by Sasha Hadi.
ノビグラドの死体。アレクサンダー王は部屋から溢れ出す閲楽の音に足音がかき消されることを楽しみながら長い廊下を歩いた。長らく手入れをされていない上廊屋の床はきしんでうめきを上げ、まるで床にあてがわれた木材が悪名高きこの館がもたらすみだらな光景の目撃者であることを悔やんでいるかのようであった。王は絹商人の妻からこの訪問のためにたっぷりと報酬を受け取っていた。彼女はかねてから夫が勤務時間中に不死だらな女たちに手を出しているのではないかと疑っていた。事例はごく単純で陳腐にすら思われた。浮気者の夫、類似の案件をこれまでに何度解決してきただろう。最悪なのは雇い主たちはアレクサンダーが夫の罪の動かぬ証拠を持ってくることを決して心から望まなかったことだ。それどころか心の奥底では 常にアレクサンダーの調査により、夫が模範的市民であり、自分の疑いが全くの事実無根だと証明されることを願っていた。驚くべきことに今回は夫の足取りがアレクサンダーを肉体的快楽が売買される場所へと導いたにもかかわらず、女性の夫は確かに糧食家ではないことが判明した。入り口でノームから受けた指示に従って彼がその前に立ち止まった扉には16という数字が書かれた小さな額がついていた。他の部屋と違い、ここは不安になるような静けさに包まれていた。ホーはノブを回して扉を開いた。その奥で彼が見たものは最悪の予想をはるかに超えるものだった。ワイルドハントの伝承。スケリッチ諸島の人々は北方の人々と同じようにワイルドハントについての伝承や神話、おとぎ話を信じている。この恐ろしい現象は戦いや厄災の到来の前触れだという。島の伝承で特徴的なのは大陸の話と異なり、ワイルドハントは夜空を駆け回る騎士の姿の勇気ではなく、幽霊船のような姿で現れるという点である。この船はナグルファーと呼ばれ、死者の爪で作られていると言われている。信心深いスケリッチ人には幽霊船の材料にならないようにと死者の爪を切る風習が存在する。多くの伝説でナグルファーはミョルホグ、すなわち混沌の地からやってきたとされている。蜂蜜酒。
Laboratory worthy of an imperial alchemist. A sword in a stone. Thing's begging me to pull it out.
It's not in the stone, don't you see? It's held there by a vice.
抜きたくなるよね、勇者様的なね。
A goat carved out of lindenwood, signed to Uncle Ermion.
Little Ciri's handiwork. That's what she called him when he was her tutor.
それ初めてだよ。錬金術をした。白き霜の研究。イスリンの予言はあらゆる分野で耳にする。村の魔女によって使い回され、真実に触れようとする論文で掘り下げられることも多く、また占い師もよく口にするし、一般的に我々の文化に浸透していると言える。誰もが狼の吹雪の時、白き霜の時が来ること、そして世界は氷に閉ざされ滅びるが真に予言を理解した限られた人々だけ生き残ることは誰もが知っている。イスリンの予言を叫び続ける自称預言者たちは静かな池に星の光が映るのを見て水面を夜空だと勘違いしているのだ。今や白き霜は伝説でもなければ神話に語られた終末でもない、味気ないが正確な学術用語で完全に説明できる一種の自然現象なのである。孫の高名な学者の研究によって我々の世界が宇宙の中心ではなく、果てしない闇の空間に回転しながら浮かぶ何千もの天球の一つであることが明らかになっている。この空間は真空と呼ばれるが、これは少し誤解を招きやすい。この真空の中にこそ肉眼では見えず浮遊する白き霜が存在しているからだ。白き霜の正体が何なのか詳しくは分かっていない。微細な塵が太陽からの光を遮るのかもしれない。 あるいはバンアルドのデモクリトスが主張したような極小の粒子がスポンジが水を吸うように暖気を吸い取るという奇妙な性質を持っているのかもしれない。しかし明確にわかることは、エルフの天文学者が望遠鏡で観察した結果から、白き島はそれが何であれこれまでに数多くの世界を破壊してきたということだ。白き島に滅ぼされたと思われる星は数十年間で生命の死に絶えた不毛の氷の星になってしまう。さらにあらゆる学者が白き島はいつか我々の世界にやってくると考えている。イスリンの予言は科学的な観察ではなく魔術的な直感を基礎としているが、真実を予知していたのだ。多くの魔術師はここに書いた説に対して懐疑的である。彼らには私の研究所で行ったのと同じ実験で結果を確認するよう勧める。ポルタス・アステラムの呪文で顕微鏡サイズの門を座標 0331489089270934 に向けて 3.5 秒間開くのだ。ただし実験の前には持っている中で一番暖かい毛皮を着込み、熱い氷を割るための斧を用意しておくのを忘れてはならない。
Looks like Ermion places something in the statue's hand. How about a mug of mead? Statue or not, everybody needs a drink sometimes. Huh. Seems like it worked. Who would have thunk?
Ermion enjoys jests achieved at the expense of others. I have a sneaking suspicion the mask will be in here.
Look at this. A detailed map of the northern kingdoms. Even shows spheres of influence over the ages.
Out of date. Geralt, come here. I found the mask. Ermion's wand. He's one of the few druids to use one.
Pinecone. Didn't expect this. A large female.
This is it. We've got it. We must return to the feast quickly before...
Careful now.
Hear that?
Smelled it. Gas. Grate still closed. Gotta think of something quick.
The damned druid will poison us. This vapor's deadly. We've got but a few minutes.
Teleport us out of here.
Think of something. Quickly. First thing to come to your mind. tight.
場所の選択。ここでまあいっか。
Damn. I tore a hole in my dress. Wait a minute. I must mend it.
You know how to sew.
Please. I'll enchant a needle.
何これ
Really wonder if Croc will be willing to help.
He knew Ciri well. She and Hjalmar played together as children. There. Good as new.
Let's get back to the wake.
Kraken create asked about you.
We went out. For a breath of fresh air.
The claimants to the throne will step forth in a moment.
Now heed my words. There is no greater act of valor than to fight a beast cursed by men and gods. No greater deed than that done to serve the goddess.
Words of uncommon beauty. We thank you. We'll take them to heart. But now, let's begin. We have seen Bran off to the Beyond, and must now choose his successor. The king must be wise. The king must command respect. The king must have bollocks. There's no lack of men like that. Let those who feel worthy of the throne of Skellige step forth. Son could not be here this day. Behold his axe. Behold his will. May the best man or woman win. What's got into her?
She's your daughter, is she not?
Now I know why she said she'll sail to speak her of. Ah, children. The older they grow, the more trouble they are. Come with me. All the more essential we talk now. How was it, Geralt, when Ciri was nearing womanhood? I remember well her nan, her mother, what they were like. They say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Ciri was impossible to control. No telling her what to do. Had to have things her own way almost always. Why do you ask?
No specific reason. She and Ceres, they're of a similar age. But we'll speak of my children later. First, let's speak of yours. Yennefer claims Ciri's in trouble, and you seek her.
That's right.
If you require aid, gold, ships, anything, barely say the word. I'll give you all I can. And I know the lass lives. I'm sure of it. When the blood of Rhiannon's daughters is shed, the sea grows white with fury. I'd mark such a storm.
Need your help. Ciri probably came here to Skellige.
And very likely caused the cataclysm along the coast. A site upon which the druids focus so intensely now.
A site Ermion refuses to let us explore.
Specifically, he won't let me explore it. We fought. We're not friendly now.
Don't concern yourself with him. Druids have little trust for mages. But Ermion's heart is in the right place. Am I right to assume he does not know you seek Ciri?
It's of no concern to him.
As I thought. At any rate, Art Skellig's my isle. With my permission to investigate as you see fit.
Wondering if I should talk to Ermion.
Leave that to me. Go. Seek and find your Cyrilla. If any ill befell her here, on Ard Skellig on my watch, I'd never forgive myself.
Thank you.
No need. I swore an oath once. I aim to keep it. Anvol! Tell the druid I must speak to him. At the usual spot. I've one more matter to broach. My children. You remember Hjalmar? Well, he swore an oath to kill the giant of Undvik. Set off and has yet to return. Whereas Ceres announced that she's to set off on an adventure of her own. Got it in her head that Udalric is not now, but first.
Giants. They've been extinct for ages. Anyone actually seen the one on Undvik?
Aye. Dozens of refugees have. The giant drove everyone off the isle. I've welcomed what remains of Clan Tordalach here and Ard Skellig.
I heard a rumor that an unnatural frost gripped Undvik before the giant appeared.
It's true. At any rate, Hjalmar decided to kill the giant and give the isle back to its people. A deed worthy of a king, he believes. My son gathered a hearty crew at the new port. They were to sail to Undvik, then travel on foot to Oskar, the village. But that many lads should have killed the giant long ago. Thus, I thought to ask you.
You should start at the new port. Ask around. Hjalmar might have told someone there his plans.
Take it Ceres wants to lift the curse.
There's no curse to speak of. Ceres has decided she must match Hjalmar and sort out a deed worthy of a queen.
Think she might need my help? You did plan to ask me for it. Why?
The thing is, I don't trust Udalric further than I can spit. Ceres won't listen to me, or her brother. Yet confronted by a professional who will explain why she's mistaken, she just might come to her senses. So yes, I ask that you explain things to her and bring her back.
Can't help wondering. Got no plans to vie for the crown yourself? Think a good number of the Jarls would support you.
A good number? Those opposed would be fierce, rabid. Madman Rugers would sooner see an elf guardian on the throne. Besides, man should know when to step aside. Hand the tiller to the youth among us.
If either Hjalmar or Ceres need help, I'll help them.
I thank you.
Well, now that we're done thanking one another, let's get to work. We must determine if Ciri is still on Ardskellig. I'll change into travel attire and find you. Head south. The anomaly we should investigate destroyed a stretch of forest along the shore of the bay.
Wow.
A successful feast on all counts, Krog. I will see you later.
よし、もうこんな時間なんで今日はここまでで。お付き合いありがとうございました。おやすみなさい。またです。